Let's go.
Let's go. Hello. Welcome one. Welcome all. Welcome in. We are back with TryHard's COOLDOWN. I have the wrong game on the screen right now, but I will fix that as we're talking about it. But hello. Welcome in. We are ready for a very crazy day. A lot of stuff to talk about since our last show, which is weird even though it was a week ago. There's still a lot of things to talk about in gaming. And I am here with the crew. It's myself, Howie. We have Alex, Veronika, and Derrell. Guys, how are y'all doing today?
Not bad. Just chilling. What day is it? Thursday? Yeah. Good week.
It's a Thursday.
It is a Thursday for sure. And we're one day to Friday. But before we get into talking about, our favorite TV show right now, we got to talk about what games are we playing. And I want to throw this one to Derrell. I'll let Derrell go first on this one. Talk about what games are on your plate.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of a quiet week for me, compared to the previous weeks. But I think for me, I dabbled a little bit in Apex. I don't love Team Deathmatch, but the anniversary packs are actually really nice. They're showering us with gifts, and so I'm just there for the perks. And then look, I just learned my second forbidden spell, or unforgivable, or whatever they call it. So yeah, I'm a rude boy. I'm going crazy in Hogwarts as usual. Yep. I'm really just trying to beat that game, honestly. Just get off my plate. I'm trying to finish games this year, so I think that's why I'm so head down. Let me just learn this Avada Kedavra, and get out of here. And then yeah, Forspoken is next here on TryHard. And so yeah, I'm just trying to clear the plates before I put more things on there, because I feel like that game is gonna be real fun for me.
Yeah, but as Derrell said, tomorrow we're gonna be streaming TryHard Plays, and Derrell will be taking over to play Forspoken. So make sure you tune in to that tomorrow. And it's gonna be a great time to see how Derrell goes into the world of Athia. And yeah, Hogwarts has been a game that I think that we've been talking about a good bit. And I actually finished Hogwarts. Believe it or
What?
not, I finished
Wait,
the
really?
story.
Like main story or like
the main story I finished. I didn't finish the whole game, but
Not like
main
100%.
story quests, I actually finished it. Believe it or not, I did beat a game.
I do.
So
Because you know what? In your defense, I've only been doing side missions, and so when I do hit main story, I'm gonna be like God mode. You know, just invincible. You know, shave my nose off now. You know, call me the Dark Lord, even though apparently I'm Gryffindor. Anyway, congrats.
I think that I'm at 48% of the total completion of the game, which is crazy to think because I thought I did a lot more side quests. I was like, I thought I did more side quests than that, but apparently I did not.
Yeah.
So
we are tied, but I'm just like exclusively side quests.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, they are a little boring. It's just like, oh, could you please find my missing robe? And I'm like, oh my god, like,
yo, let me find the gemstones. Let me find all these things. I'm like, bro, why?
I'm trying to rob a bank or something, man. I don't know.
Come on, we trying to Veronika and take them out the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's
all
we
doing.
Yo, I tried to do that to somebody the other day. I tried to hit one of them joints because he said something sideways. I was like, you. And then I tried to hit it, and they wouldn't let me. Like, literally forbidden. It's like, clink, 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 clink. I was like my wand was like spitting dust out. I was like, yo, come on, bro. Like, drop him.
They said your cooldown needs a little bit more time, bro. You doing it too fast. You gotta go.
They holding me back, bro. Don't let the lion fool you, man. I'll bite your head off. Come on.
Shout out to Ben and Raphael for joining us today too. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Raphael is also, we have a group chat with me and my friend Matt and Raphael. We're talking about Harry Potter in that all the time. So we're always talking about like, oh, like where are you at in the game? Like what spells did you get and all that stuff. So it's kind of nice to have like a friendly chat with people that are playing Hogwarts as well. Veronika, I want to talk to you about which game you have been playing. Not even games, which game you've been playing.
I think it's safe to say that like every time we do this segment, you can just skip me because my answer has been the same that like every single stream we've been playing or done. So Overwatch. And I just finished the like main part of the battle pass. So correct
me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Didn't your battle pass like drop like a week and a half ago? Am I crazy?
It was like maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I think. At this
Jeez. And there's 80 levels in this battle pass, correct?
That's so unnecessary.
I'm on level 81 now.
Okay, if you had to take an estimate of how many hours
God.
you played Overwatch 2 in the last 2.5 weeks, what would be your guess?
Oh my god. I think I play at like usually I get on at either like 11 or 12 and then I'm playing till like 2 or 3 a.m. So whatever that is every single day.
Dedication. That's what that is. My gosh.
Listen,
who's your main?
When a game's good, a game's good.
Right now my main is Kiriko, the like newest support hero. And she also has like in the battle pass, like the last level is the mythic skin, and that's like the one where you get to customize and change like parts of the skin, like the colors or like certain things, which is really fun. So her for this battle pass, she got the mythic skin, and I was like trying to get that as fast as I could because I really wanted to use that skin, and it's so pretty. It's so fucking nice. So I'm really happy that she was the one who got that skin because I've been playing her so much, and I'm like, I want a new skin to wear. So
congrats.
I have it. Thank you.
Happy for you, man.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's how you do it. So you got the skin, you've been grinding, and we salute you for the dedication to the grind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex.
Meanwhile, I'm doing the opposite. Just a footnote that I'm trying my hardest not to buy the Apex Battle Pass because I just know this season, I don't know. I don't think I have it in me to finish it, but congrats to you again.
Big shout out. Alex, what game are you currently playing right now?
All right, so I'm kind of like Veronika in the sense that I have my select like comfort games going on right now, and I haven't branched out too much from them. So my answers are going to be the same as probably last time. I've been going at Phasmophobia a lot and still on the Valorant grind, but I just
Someone
got
gotta do it.
ranked, replaced in Val. Yep, exactly. And I actually got placed like 3 ranks below what I left off at in the previous. So I am rusty. I am not on my like usual A game. So I'm gonna have to climb back a bit, which will be fun, you know. But yeah, other than that, it's been Wildlands, which is kind of new.
Ooh.
I know it's an older game. It's
Ghost Recon
just been
Wildlands?
yeah, it's been super fun
Oh.
because I was telling some of my friends like, I'm looking for a game that reminds me of SOCOM because I used to be a
Right.
huge SOCOM guy,
Right.
and
Right.
that I don't know, that whole squad, like you get to give commands and stuff while also open worlds set up, like that whole thing has just got me hooked. So I've been having a lot of time in Wildlands right now, and yeah, that's my main 3, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah,
I love
Ghost
that.
Recon.
Yep.
That's a good pick. For me, like I said earlier, I mentioned Hogwarts, but you know, as tradition, when a new Destiny expansion's on the horizon, that's when I get back into the game. Because
Right.
I play the expansion a lot. I play like the first 1 or 2 seasons of the new expansion a lot, and then I take a break. Like that's kind of like my foray. So whenever it's a new expansion, it's like, oh shit, I gotta get ready for the expansion. I gotta clear out my inventory. I gotta do all these missions I didn't do from the last season. So that's kind of where I'm at, is doing my cleanup before the new expansion comes out on Tuesday, which we will be playing on TryHard Plays on Tuesday. So make sure you tune into that. We'll be playing Destiny 2 Lightfall. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, is Hogwarts and Destiny. And yeah, I know soon I'm gonna start Hi-Fi Rush, and I need to finish Stray. So couple of games
Yep,
on my
gotta
list.
finish Stray. My gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like we got far in Stray. You know, going back to the TryHard plays.
Yeah.
That stream.
Yeah. I feel like I'm about to get out the hood. So
Yeah, you're at least like halfway, or you're close to halfway, I'm pretty sure.
I'm feeling good. So yeah, that might be the next one that we finish off before the
We're at the end.
man. And I got Game of man. I was gonna call it Game of Thrones. I got God of War too. Jesus, I've fallen behind already.
Your whole backlog, it just
Too
continues to
many.
climb every single day, right?
Yeah.
Because they're thick games, and I'm addicted to side missions. Like I like to do 100% finishes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. I don't know why I'm doing the 100% thing, but whatever. Whatever.
He's a lot better than us. But I think one thing that has been taking our attention away from playing games is watching The Last
Facts.
of Us.
Facts.
That has been the one thing that has been taking a lot of our attention.
Facts.
And the newest episode dropped on Sunday. I actually watched it right before we started on stream today. I was procrastinating to watch it, but I finally got it in and watched it. And this episode was, again, another certified banger, another certified hood classic. It's The Last of Us just does not miss at all. And I know that Veronika and Derrell and Alex will have some thoughts, but we're going to send this over to Veronika, who has the Ellie tattoo, as I noticed earlier. I keep forgetting that you have the tattoo. I keep forgetting. I was like, oh yeah, she has that. Well, I want to hear your thoughts on it, because you're the biggest fan, I think, of The Last of Us in the show. So I want to hear what you're thinking about the new episode of the show.
I just want to say that like this show absolutely like ruins whatever plans I'm having, because first of all, Sunday was my birthday and I was with my friends. I was at my friend's house. We were drinking, we were watching like K-pop music videos on their TV, having a good time. And then I looked at my thing and I'm like, I gotta go home. Like, The Last of Us is about to come on. Like, I have to go watch this episode that I can definitely watch at any time, but I have to watch it exactly at 9 or else.
Yep.
It's a priority. But no, this was so good. It was so nice to finally be introduced to Jackson, the
Yup.
place that they all live in, and we're gonna see next season as well. I loved everything about it. The whole Tommy and Joel like reunion.
Bodied.
That shit. Bodied. Literally
Bodied.
so
Bodied that
good,
shit.
so emotional. Also just like Joel's like whole little I guess like monologue or whatever, just talking about how he's just like so afraid of like failing, or it
So
has been
good.
failing and everything.
Mm.
Oh my god, like
Ugh.
they didn't have to go so hard, and they did. They really fucking did.
Because did that happen in the game? I couldn't remember if that monologue part happened in the game.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
But it was so necessary. It was so right, and the timing of it too. Because like, of course, he's only gonna do this to Tommy, and so it's just like,
right.
I think I saw this tweet where Pedro Pascal improv like a good portion of that whole thing with him and Tommy. Yeah, I think the thing where he's like, I'm failing in my sleep, that was improv. That was just him talking, and I'm like, that was one of the best lines. That was literally one of the best.
Yep.
Like how could you? What?
That one cut deep.
That one cut so deep.
Because it's such a good callback because he really has been mumbling in his sleep since episode 1, and it's just like it's clear that this man is traumatized. You know what I'm saying? It's just
like
God.
That trauma never goes away, and you could definitely see it on display in this episode too. And you know what was great was seeing the "you have no idea what loss is" convo, because they nailed. Like, let me just talk. They just nailed that shit so well. Like I was like watching, but also I was trying to do stuff at the same time. And then whenever I heard it was coming, I was like, wait, focus in, we're locked in, and they nailed that to perfection. Bella and Pedro, they just hand claps. They nailed that to perfection. Derrell, I want to hear a little bit more of your thoughts on the episode as well, and your favorite moments from the newest edition.
Let's see. One of my favorite moments, I'll start with that, is honestly the beginning of the episode when we pull up on these two old. I don't even know what they're like. I don't even know where they're from. They sound like they Spanish, but
they're Native American.
You know?
Yeah.
They've seen some shit. They're like, we've had enough of this bullshit.
And so like they've been off the grid since way before and all this, and just I don't know, that exchange I thought it was funny, it was dope, it informed me more on just the world. I don't know. It was every opening scene of the show is super satisfying. But overall, I'll say just like I love this episode throughout. I'm not super familiar with Last of Us 2 because I haven't finished it yet. Actually started and I just put it down. Because I said, I need to pay attention, and life has been hectic ever since. But I say that to say I was able to pick up all the foreshadowing, right? Like instantly I was like, oh shit, I think I'm in Last of Us 2 right now. And then I even saw what I think is Ellie's girlfriend like peek at her a little bit. And I was like, yo, that is some brilliant casting because it looks smack like her. Don't even know her name, but I was like, ain't that my girl? And so
when I was watching, I remember seeing them just like gasping, and I'm like, is that what I think it is? Also, because since you haven't played a lot of The Last of Us 2, the way that those two met was like they talked about that in the game also. So that's definitely, first of all, her girl. And also the Shimmer, the horse, that's the one that you're also riding in Last of Us 2. And I'm like, this is so good.
Let them cook.
They're super good at putting in those Easter eggs. But yeah, again, just back to the emotional currency of the show is just it's you know, like it's every episode builds off of the last one, right? It's this Joel in episode 6 is worn out. You know what I'm saying? Like every episode I feel like he loses a little bit of his shield or his wall that he tries to put up. And so it was just nice that, you know, every episode is like the two of them are getting closer and closer, and he is trying to abandon her, you know, for her own good. But like reality is just like that's gonna backfire, and you know, Ellie says that only makes me more scared. But on top of that, that makes Joel even more scared, right? Like it's just like they both can't win. And I don't know, it's every episode is really good at foreshadowing. You know, it begins with Ellie trying to be older than she is. She doesn't wake up Joel so she could do patrol watch. You know, she's trying to be like, I could take care of you, and then boom, end of the episode, well, now she kind of has to, right? And so it's just like these episodes are just perfect circles every time, and just like holy shit.
Yeah,
I love it.
That foreshadowing that they did in this episode was just top notch. Ben also said the dog part, I thought she was gonna get shredded. Yeah, literally,
dog.
like if you're watching that, you're like, oh, she's fucked.
Wasn't sure what was going down. Yep.
Yeah.
That
one was
a little bit about that part too. Yeah, like that. You know, the duet, like the parallel between her and the moment she Joel had with her daughter, of course, like being in that same situation but frozen and completely overtaken by his emotions, and then like the way they cinematically show that he's just like locked up inside, despite wanting to maybe make a move or do something, and thankfully she was all right, but like that was just done very beautifully. And I just love how in general it's been showing Joel's struggle, like again to what Derrell was saying about like mental health, like you can almost see that bar getting dinked down every time, and just it's nice to include into the show.
And just to
Alex, was there go ahead, Derrell, actually.
Just to follow up on what Alex was saying, this episode was such a good, like every scene feels like he was being reminded of Sarah, right? And like I think that's where it starts, when the guns are pointed at him again, right? Like the young daughter figure of his life is now being threatened, and like his ears are ringing and everything, but this time it's not a one-on-one fight, and so like he locks up, and he even thinks he sees her in town, and if she lived and her daughter, this is like we can't escape Sarah at all. Even Ellie learns of her existence in this episode. And so it's just I don't know how they do it, but they make it feel so natural. Just the way they group these memories and these emotions, and then the way they tell the story, it doesn't feel clunky at all.
Oh packaged so nicely.
Yeah. Alex, was there another moment from the episode that was another highlight for you?
I'm just thinking. Let's see. Trying to flip through all the things that happened, but actually at the end I was thinking, like, I don't know, this is just a little silly side note, but when he leaves and Ellie decides to of course go with Joel, is like no questions asked, definitely going with you, Joel. Then he gets the rifle from Tommy. I just kept thinking, like, in game, like he just acquired a new weapon, and then
literally
and be like
He's like, yo, it's on the weapon wheel, like
or gains a weapon or something, like here, have this. So,
oh my god, that's such a good point. That's such a good point, because it's like, you get that on the weapon wheel now. You're like, oh, I can get the rifle.
It's like sick. Now I have something to work with.
Let's go.
That's crazy now, though, because like when I'm watching this, every now and then my brain will click in and be like, I don't know, you just watch it from that game POV, right? Like, boom, new weapon, or you'll see the alleyway where they got shot up outside of Kansas City, and you're like, oh, this is like game terrain right here. Like, that's good cover for fire. Joel's doing sniping. It's every now and then you just kind of reminded, oh, this was a video game. Good stuff.
They nail it every single time too. I think, at the end of the episode, I had forgot about the part when Joel passed out. Like, I had forgot, and then whenever I saw it playing out, I was like, oh, that's right, I completely forgot, because that's how we led into like the originally how the winter like started in the game. Like, that's when the chapter jumped to the winter time, and that she's trying to save Joel and take care of Joel in that instance. So it's going to be very interesting to see, because we won't see the continuation of that until episode 8, because episode 7, as kind of like a this is what's coming, will be the Left Behind DLC episode. So we will see Riley and Ellie, and I don't think a lot of people are going to be emotionally ready for that one, because if you saw the Bill episode and that took you out, this one's going to take you out maybe even harder than that. So,
because Storm Reed is about to read the fuck out of the lines. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's gonna act. That girl is going
Shawty's gonna do that scared face that she be doing from Euphoria, and I'm just going
The tears just start flowing as soon as you see it. You're like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah,
there's
also,
going to be a lot of people that haven't played the Left Behind DLC, so they might be seeing it for the very first time. But Veronika, go ahead and continue.
I was gonna say that this is also the episode we're gonna see Ashley Johnson, like Ellie's original voice actress, like from the game. She's in this episode because
that's cool.
I'm pretty sure they hinted that she's just playing Ellie's mom. Remember that one scene where it's like baby and like a mom or whatever? I'm pretty sure it's Ashley Johnson. So we're gonna see real Ellie.
I'm into that. I love that all
Ellie.
the OG characters are making their way in the show.
So good. It's so fun. Just as like a fan of the game, like when you see that, you just get so happy or excited. You're like,
right?
oh my god.
Because sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, right? Like Tommy was just a and nothing to do with old Tommy. And so it's just nice to be like, hey.
Yeah.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio.
The Leonardo, hey! There he is!
Definitely.
So that means I think in episode 8 that Troy Baker will be in that episode too, the original voice actor for Joel. So he'll be in episode 8. So we're going to get them back to back, and we're going to get the very emotional Left Behind episode in episode 7. And man, it's going to all come together as we're getting to the last 3 episodes of the show. So would we say this episode was a 10 out of 10? Is there a rating? Is it lower? Is it higher? Well, I want to go with everybody's thoughts about the rating on the show.
There hasn't been a single episode that isn't 10 out of 10 for me.
Literally,
like I don't know how
I watch every episode multiple times throughout the week. Like it's I'm listening to the podcast. Like it's like, what do you think?
Oh, you're in. You're locked in.
Yeah.
He's locked in.
Alex, same for you. Is it a 10 out of 10?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
As Ben says, 8 out of 10. He said not enough zombies. He needs more.
Well, you know, I think that's kind of the craziest thing about this whole world, right? Is just like the fact that the zombies aren't always in our face makes sense. Look, society has survived these zombies for 20 years, so they're not going to be the biggest problem. I think, you know, this show is just a show about being selfish, you know, and like choosing to save one person over the other, right? It's like it's about exploring that type of thinking and the trauma that comes with living with a zombie. But when they do show the zombies, they don't fuck around. You know, and so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Like,
I'll take it.
Did we talk about the Sam and Henry episode last time? I don't even remember.
I think
Not really.
Oh my god. Okay, no,
I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you know, sad as hell. Like
we did a little bit, but
was not looking forward to that. But the bloater being like completely just makeup and prosthetics, like
the body.
That's crazy.
CGI.
No CGI. I mean, like you know, for that wasn't CGI for that. Like that's nuts. Like they're doing the like best job you could like possibly ask for the show. It's insane.
And about that bloater, I love that they kept like his kill grab. Remember, like he always used to grab your shit and just like rock just Joel's head off.
Dude,
when I saw him in the background, I was like, just brought me back. It just brought me back.
Get away from me!
No matter how many shivs you have, you ain't finding that shit off.
Yeah. No. That when he's in that range, it's a wrap for you. So
yes, way too high.
The bloaters were great. The prosthetics of the infected have been incredible. And we will see more of them for sure. So, Ben, don't worry. We're going to have a lot more
it's coming.
infected coming. And I probably agree, too, that this episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. And they're going to continue to just keep hitting the notes as we get into the final 3 episodes. And I can't wait to see what else they're going to be bringing to the table. And we know that the Last of Us team is just doing a great job, and we can't wait to see what they're going to do for the next season, as they already confirmed that season 2 will be coming. And they are currently in the process of writing the season, so we might not have any updates on it until maybe like later in next year or something like that, but it is coming, so we are going to be very much looking forward to some more of The Last of Us coming soon. But going on from The Last of Us, which is a PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation is going to have a State of Play finally today, later on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Veronika and Derrell, actually will be streaming it here on TryHard Certified, so make sure you tune into the stream later on today. They are going to be doing a lot of third-party announcements. PSVR 2 just came out yesterday, so there will be some PSVR 2 games. But one of the big games that will be shown at this conference will be Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They're doing a 15-minute gameplay presentation of it during State of Play. And there's going to be some announcements from third-party games. So I want to kind of talk about, do you guys have any expectations for the show? Derrell, we'll go ahead and go first with you since you will be on the stream later. Is there anything you're expecting or hoping to see during it?
Not really. When it comes to PlayStation stuff, I'm normally pretty supportive. I know every time they announce something, there's normally one title that tickles my fancy. And so, yeah, I guess I'm looking to be surprised a little bit. I know I was mentioning earlier about that Son Goku game, Black Myth. So,
yeah,
if they can give me a little bit of a timeline for that, that'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm like a kid on Christmas. Surprise me. So.
I like that.
Veronika, anything you're thinking of expectations wise? Any games you want to see? Are you looking forward to the Suicide Squad? Tell me a little bit more about what you're thinking.
I think I was looking forward to Suicide Squad until they were like, what if we had a live service aspect for this game? And so that completely killed every single part of me that was interested in the game.
Yep.
Unless they somehow have reversed that and changed everything about it in the last month or two since that leak. We'll see.
They just scrapped it because they were like, nah, the TryHard team was like, no, we don't want this.
As soon as they heard that TryHard doesn't want it and they changed it,
Man, I can't wait.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. We'll help you out.
Should. I'm excited to see parts of that though, because I love the DC universe, specifically Batman stuff. That's just my thing. So I'm excited and to learn a little bit more. I know that they're showing gameplay from that, but other than that, anything that I'm interested in from Sony, I don't think is coming out anytime soon.
Yeah. So that's actually my real thought. They had a big year last 2 years, so it might be heads down for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna be I'll check it out. I want to be surprised. I want to see what's coming out. I really only pretty much if I play console things, it's just Sony stuff. So I'm sure I'll like something. They haven't disappointed me much. So
yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see what they bring to the table. But Alex, I want to hear your thoughts. Is there anything that you're looking forward to seeing? Anything you hope to see?
Yeah, I'm going into it pretty open-minded as well. No specific expectations really, but just the fact, with PSVR 2 coming out or already out, right? It's just exciting to see all the kind of technical integrations that they're going to be doing, getting nitty-gritty with haptic feedback. I know that's just something that can be applied to any game, but I've just always had an appreciation for those little upgrades here and there on the gameplay, and even eye tracking technology in, I think, Call of the Mountain for Horizon. So that as a player of the previous one, it's just been cool to see that kind of roll out and all the developments around there. So yeah, PSVR 2.
Yeah, PSVR 2, like I said, just came out yesterday, so I am hoping that they do an announcement for Half-Life Alyx to be on the platform, because that is by far the best VR game I've ever played, and I think for a lot of people it's the epitome. It was my game of the year 2020 over The Last of Us Part 2. If I had to pick, it was that one.
Wow.
But I know that was a very hot take, but I really enjoyed Half-Life.
I will say, watching you play Half-Life the other day, it's a pretty compelling story, so we'll see.
Yeah. That definitely, like I said, I recommend to play Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, played episode 1 and 2. And then if you ever get a VR headset, I know Derrell has one, but if any of y'all ever get a VR headset, play Half-Life Alyx. It is by far the VR pinnacle. No other VR game. Even Horizon looks amazing. I don't think it's gonna touch Half-Life Alyx.
It doesn't come close. Wow.
It doesn't.
I could play that on the Quest 2.
Yeah, you can link it to your computer and you can play it through Steam VR, so you can play it on PC. Derrell's got the like, oh wait, hold on, I might be locked in.
I'm gonna try that
Thoughts are
out.
forming.
Definitely recommend, but I do hope that they do bring Alyx for third-party games. I guess I hope to see Final Fantasy 16. I don't think we're going to see it for a little bit more. I think that they've shown enough trailers, so they might have one more come later on in the year. But I do hope we see more of that. I hope we get an announcement about Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I hope that we hear something about Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4. So there are a lot of games that Sony is cooking up, and I hope they bring a lot of those to the table. And I do expect to see a very good in-depth overview of Suicide Squad. It hasn't totally taken my interest out yet. I'm still very interested in it, but the live service was just like, man, I don't want it to be Avengers. I don't want to beat another Avengers game. So I'm just really praying that it's not as bad as it looks. And as far as we know, there's no multiplayer, so at least it's just going to be co-op and single player only. So that at least is going to be like a Borderlands type live service. So that's my one hope, that it's going to stay that way. But
that's not terrible.
Not terrible. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And also, Jeff Grubb said on Twitter, since he's a pretty known insider, that Sony is still planning to have a major showcase before E3. So we will be getting the big PlayStation showcase where we're going to get like an hour or 2 hours full of game news and footage and updates and stuff like that, which I think we're all looking forward to seeing, because I want to see more about Spider-Man 2. I want to hear if KOTOR Remake is still coming. I want to know if Guerrilla's working on that multiplayer game. So there's still a lot.
I don't know about Kingdom Hearts 4.
That was
I
going to get there.
Any of that today. I don't think we're getting any of that today. No.
I was going to get there because I know that's the game. I think that's like a top 3 for us to look forward to is Kingdom Hearts 4. So there's a lot for Sony fans to be excited about. And kind of transitioning from talking about the state of play, there's another showcase that's happening next week for Nintendo fans, and specifically Pokemon fans. And I know there is at least one in here that is very hyped about the Pokemon Presents on Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's the 27th, so whichever day that is.
I believe
they're doing
that's Tuesday.
Monday.
Or Monday.
Officially Pokemon Day, apparently.
Yeah,
That's
27th is Pokemon Day every year.
It's like, why is that?
You think they're doing any big updates for Pokemon Go?
For Go, maybe. I think that would definitely.
It's the only one I play.
That's the only one you play.
I'm trying to keep up. That's all I can do right now.
I think they're going to have a big showcase, because I think it's been a while since they've had a Pokemon Presents. I think it was before Scarlet and Violet. So there is a lot to talk about. You know, do we get any DLC updates with Pokemon Legends? Do we get DLC updates for Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go? As the big Pokemon fan in here is Veronika. I want to throw this one to you. What are you hoping to see? What are you expecting to see? I want to hear your thoughts about it.
What I'm hoping I see is a DLC for Pokemon Legends. Pokemon, I don't know if you guys have like all played it or are familiar, but that's the one where like it's like an isekai. So you're like here in the real world, and then all of a sudden you get transported years and years ago, and you're in like Sinnoh from Gen 4, so that's Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, and Platinum. What Sinnoh used to be back then, it was called Hisui also, so it's like a different region. So you're in like these olden times. People are just starting to like learn how to be with Pokemon and train them. But Pokemon are pretty much like evil, not evil, but like
fire.
I didn't know that was the story.
Jeez.
Whoa,
that
that's
is
crazy.
the story. And
That's
you
sick.
own the game. You own the game, don't you?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Howard.
That's why I'm like, why don't you play it?
Howard. Come on.
Listen, I'm going to play. I promise I will play it this year.
Exposed again. Always not gaming.
It's honestly really cool because this is like it has some like dark kind of themes in it. Like it's the first time I can think of where they've like outright said like, oh, the Pokemon will kill you. Like I've never heard that in like a Pokemon game. They're like, yeah, if you get kicked out of this village, you're going to die. Like they're going to kill you. So it's also really cool because I remember loving how that also translated to the way you dress, like the outfits you wear. Like it's very like kind of like protective, like you're covered all over because you know the Pokemon will attack you, the player. Like you can have Pokemon battles, but like they'll also come after you, which is great. It was like such a good game. But that's why I'm like, I hope we get DLC for that because I had such a good time. I think it was a great, like, their first like step into like open world before Scarlet Violet. I thought it was like amazing. I know they came out the same year, but like at opposite ends of the year, pretty much. So I think we're gonna get though is Scarlet Violet DLC, and I don't want that. I mean, like I do at some point, but I'm like, can we go back to the other game that was like really fucking good? Can we do that right now?
That sounds amazing, though.
the one that was really good.
It was fun, and like you know, the graphic problems aside, and like all the little bugs that like games, especially like the Pokemon games have been coming out with like the past like couple years, like that one was like Legends was a really good experience, so I like that. I wasn't expecting this, but like I saw on Twitter people found like some code on the Pokemon website for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon that they're gonna announce a new game. And that series also really, really good. I really enjoy the Mystery Dungeon games, so I'm happy to hear that they might be coming back to it because that's some of like the best Pokemon games like ever. Honestly, good story and like also fun gameplay. It's nice. And who doesn't want to be a Pokemon? Like that's fun.
Who doesn't want to be?
Right?
After watching Detective Pikachu, I was like, I don't want to live in this world. I want to live in a world with Pokemon that I could keep as a pet. Like I want that. And I'll throw something really quickly from Raphael in chat that you guys are gonna like. He says, Howie acts like he plays video games. Fraud.
It's true though.
How long will we let him just spin these web of lies? You know,
it's embarrassing.
Who's gonna put a stop to it? All right, who's gonna do it?
End the stream.
Cut the stream. Well, Alex, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to play any of the recent Pokemon games, but is there anything looking forward to on this edition of Pokemon Presents?
Gonna be honest with you, not at all.
Not at all? Okay, got it. Fair.
The Pokemon, used to, but yeah, I am clueless on that front.
He's like Valorant, Ghost Recon Wildlands,
you know what it is.
Pokemon, over there, all the way over there.
I'm glad.
When's Digimon gonna drop a game?
Big thing, so.
So when's Digimon gonna drop a game?
Good question.
They used to have some fire games back in the day.
I wasn't a Digimon person. When I was growing up, I was straight Pokemon. Like,
same.
It was crazy. I'll tell you guys a story. So, you know how like Pokemon is like the anime format? I was so against anime as a kid. Besides Pokemon, my mom told me, she said that she tried to get me into Dragon Ball Z, and I never watched it because I was like, this is like the knockoff Pokemon when I was a kid. I was like 5, so let me reiterate that. I was like 5, but I refused to watch Dragon Ball Z.
The prime time to like anime. He was like, hear me out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm supposed to love this shit, but I hated it.
Weren't you also like,
didn't
you only recently get into anime? So you've been hating anime for
like his whole life.
Like your whole life.
I was like, it's not Pokemon Indigo League. It don't count.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
That's
a big
dedicated hater right there.
You know, I woke up.
No, I was gonna say because you never let yourself experience other anime. That's why you think My Dress Up Darling is like the best anime.
Okay. No. But listen.
I forgot.
Listen.
Jeez.
It is the best anime. All right.
Cut the stream.
Cut the stream for real. I think we're done.
Cut the stream, bro.
I'm like, all these other animes, look, nah, My Dress Up Darling hit So good. All right, I said what I said. Look. Salise, he's with me on this one. He came into
I
the
feel
chat.
like I need to call HR on you. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna let them handle it. You know.
Like, what was it? We had Korean barbecue like a couple months ago. Remember, we were talking, and then Howie's like, "Yeah, is it like My Hero, like one of the classics?" I'm like, "This shit came out like 5 years ago."
You mean the thing that's on season 3 or whatever? Like, bro,
But I've heard about that show so
Like,
much.
what are you talking about?
I heard it so
this man is
Oh,
sick.
shit. We just got a gifted sub. Oh, my
Oh, from Mr.
is that the
James
first
DMX.
gifty?
The first gifted. Mr. James, my friend, thank you so much for gifting
Thank you for the
sub
gifty.
Oh my
to
God, Mr. James.
Veronika, who's anti my dressed up darling over here, the
Wow.
anti good anime person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is our first gifted because we actually only recently got affiliate. So
Man, let's talk that talk though.
That talk. Much appreciated.
You know what it is,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you so much
you.
for gifting the sub to Veronica. We'll
Oh,
get
yeah,
off
And the
track.
big
Subscribe
subby.
also.
Shit.
Whoa!
Come on.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Mr. James with the tier
Thank you
1.
so much.
Mr.
Yo.
Moneybucks over there.
dude, seriously, and with the founder badge, look at that.
Let's go.
God damn.
Thank you.
Well
You
deserved.
can now use
True.
your emotes. You have the Howie Lol, the Nika Pog, and you have the Alex thumbs up ones. So feel free to use those
Get
emotes
that.
on this channel, across any other channel. So thank you so much. And once again, if you guys are brand new to the stream, we do have a sub button. So if
I
you
love
want to
the Alex
support,
one.
hit
Yeah.
the sub. So spam those emotes in the chat. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so we'll leave talking about anime and Pokemon, and we'll talk. We'll talk
so
about the disrespect on my name. Salise knows. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. But we're gonna talk about another company that is making the news, which is Microsoft. But it is about the Microsoft and Activision Blizzard potential
tired of
acquisition.
them.
Isn't this
I
like
know.
the same story for like 5 years now?
I know there's developments, there's updates to it actually. So
Okay.
Microsoft had just presented their case to the EU regulators. They announced that they have signed an agreement with Nintendo to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms. 10-year window for them to bring that. They didn't say if it's going to be on the Switch. They just said Nintendo players. So this could lead into that there's going to be a new Switch coming out at some point in the next couple of years. But Call of Duty will be coming to Nintendo at some point in the future.
Wait, how does this mean that there's gonna be a new Switch?
Because
what about
there's
that?
no
Because I guess they didn't
way
explicitly said
Yeah.
the Switch, so they're like, all right, let's keep
Okay.
it open-ended.
Nintendo players.
Okay.
Because there is no way in hell Modern Warfare is running on the Switch. There
No,
is
even
no
trying to
way.
download that
Thought
shit.
of that,
you-
yeah.
Dude,
The only way will be a cloud version, and we're not getting a cloud version of the game.
in chat they just said Switch barely runs Fortnite. I was just about to say like I don't think even I haven't played Overwatch on it, but I'm like I don't think Overwatch even runs.
I don't think I even downloaded Apex on it. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank
yeah,
you.
like
Just-
I'm not even gonna try. Like I'm good.
Don't want to
I'm
know,
okay.
right?
Like, you keep it. Like, we
Yeah.
appreciate it, but
That's
that's
all
for
you. That's all you. Like,
like, what madman is even playing Apex and Overwatch, all that shit on the Switch? Like, yo,
I want to know.
Yeah.
I
man,
wanna
if you
know
don't play
who's-
golf right now, like, sit your ass down, boy. Or stand up, actually, you know.
No, like I want to know who is like out here. Like, you know what? We really need to bring Call of Duty to the Switch. Like, we need to have Call of Duty on the. Like, who
Right.
are they doing this for? Like, who?
But
I
don't
don't
the people
get
who want to
it.
play Call of Duty at the airport, right? Or like when they're going to the park and they can play it
You
on
don't
the
want to
Switch?
hear the words Call of Duty in airport.
Oh,
I don't think
God.
that's a good
Oh,
combination.
No,
Whoa.
yeah, no, sir.
That's true.
Playing Modern Warfare 2, you wildin'. You was
true.
wildin'.
I didn't think about that. Oh no.
No.
Till you say, just come
Cameras.
put their hand on the shoulder. Hey, man, I'm gonna need
Remember,
you to come
no
with us.
Russian, you know?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay, you know what? That's a great point. You got me on that one. You got me stumped on that. I can't argue that.
I was about to
But
say.
Planted on me.
Somebody, cut the stream. We gotta cut the stream right now. Somebody take her mic away.
Reset.
Oh god.
Bomb planted on me, Jesus Christ.
Oh god,
God. But
definitely no fly list.
No fly list type shit.
That's like a how to get put on the no fly list speed run. Like,
Guaranteed.
And imagine you're in the airport too. First of all, you have to talk to people on the Nintendo Switch app. So you're connecting to your phone, talking to them in game, talking mad shit in the airport.
On the Wi-Fi.
Hell no.
On
the airport Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
You're on your 5G hotspot. You're lagging all over the place, and you're talking
roboting the whole time.
You're talking mad shit in the lobby. Oh my god! I don't like Veronika said. I don't know who decided to put Call of Duty on the Switch. I think the big reason why is because the Switch just passed PS4 in lifetime sales, so they're at 117 million. That's maybe why. But to be honest, who's asking for Call of Duty on this device? That's just me. I don't know who's doing it. In addition to that, they also confirmed that Nvidia, who originally were against this Activision Microsoft deal, that they will allow all of the Xbox, I think either Game Pass or just PC games in general, to be on Nvidia's cloud streaming service, which is Nvidia GeForce Now, and it directly, competes with Xbox cloud gaming on Game Pass. So
another reason to not buy an Xbox.
Another reason to not buy one. Yeah, there's no point if you have a PC. There's no point for you to get one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nvidia will be merging, or not merging, sorry. They'll be working with Xbox on bringing their games. I was waiting for Jared. Jared is here. He said, I will not stand for this. Our resident Xbox fan has arrived in the building.
Look, I want to see you win. I want to see you win, but clearly Bill Gates and the rest of the Microsoft people do not care about you guys. I don't know why. I don't know what you guys did to upset them. But you need to send them flowers or a card, something, because it is bad blood. I don't know what it is. And Sony, they like us over here. You know what I'm saying?
We're treated good over here.
Yeah,
real good, real good. My games get turned into TV shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm good right now.
Whoa. We do. Xbox did too, but that TV show was mid.
But is what it was. Oh my gosh.
Imagine having Halo, one of the best
FPS
stories, and fucking it up.
That just goes right back to my point. What did you guys do to Microsoft to hate y'all so much? Because that show didn't have to be bad. Halo's a really good story. What happened there? What happened?
Jared says, "Wait for the Gears show."
Gears.
Oh man, who's gonna tell
I can't tell if you're being serious or and that's what makes it even funnier.
What is that show being put on? Do we know?
Yeah, what's that platform?
Netflix.
Oh,
We're doomed.
No.
I'm so sorry, beloved. It is not looking good.
y'all needed that to go on
Amazon
HBO
Prime,
is obvious,
HBO.
But
Yeah.
That's
HBO or
it.
Amazon,
yeah. Not even Amazon.
Netflix is a death sentence.
Yeah.
If they're doing a
that
Gears
casting
movie,
about to be funny as hell.
It's a Gears movie and an animated show on Netflix. So they're doing a movie and an animated one.
And you know that animation gonna be ugly.
I'm truly disgusted.
Oh my
just
god.
cooking Xbox. Jared right now watching the stream, just
Jared probably closed the stream, honestly.
Jared, don't forget to subscribe, man.
I know I'm gonna watch the Minecraft movie too. Who's watching the Minecraft movie? I ain't watching no damn Minecraft movie.
Who's in that? Chris Pratt? That seems like
Jason
something he would do.
Momoa was in talks to star in it, but I don't even know who's gonna star.
Wait, I
my
didn't know
God.
I didn't know we're getting a Minecraft movie.
What is that movie even about?
Yeah.
I'm not
Aquaman, bro,
a
you
Minecraft-
watching that? Who's we?
Wait. Jason Momoa? Hold on. This has
In
to be a joke.
Minecraft? No, you're You're smoking crack.
I went
There's
on the IMDb.
no way.
I went on IMDb and it says top cast Jason Momoa. Wait,
What is that?
Is that a joke or a lie? Like, wait, hold on.
This cannot be happening. This literally cannot be happening. This is comedy. My God.
Hold on.
My God.
Tears down my face here and that, just tears.
I've been crying for the past 10 minutes. This is too good.
Okay, no, this is real. Jason Momoa's in the Minecraft movie, and the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite, the film, I guess, director, he's coming on this too. He's gonna be, I guess, the director too.
Is this live action? I need to know.
I think so.
Gee, how would it go into a live action Minecraft?
Momoa is believed to be playing Gabriel the Warrior, a character from spin-off Minecraft story mode. Oh, they're like a Diablo type game.
So it's not
I think
about, because look, this movie could work if it's like about a person playing Minecraft, right? And
Jason Momoa playing Minecraft.
yeah, I'd watch that. But Joseph Momoa
playing the
in
fucking
Minecraft,
default
I don't
skin.
know. I don't know.
Mr.
What are we
James
doing
says
here?
that it's giving Angry Birds.
Yes, that's exactly. I was trying to think. I'm like, what terrible video game movie is this? It's Angry Birds. Oh my God! Thank you so much for that.
The writer for what's it called, for Napoleon Dynamite is also working on this, and then someone who worked on some Minecraft like show is working on this too as a writer, and I don't know what to.
Who is this for?
I don't know.
Is this from the minds who brought you Coco Melon? Like, what is happening? It feels very unhinged. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Who asked for this? Like, who asked for the Minecraft?
Back to the Call of Duty on Switch. Like, who asked for this?
Like, the tide is all the way back to where we were before.
Oh my
Who
God!
asked for this?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess
This literally is the perfect analogy, because Call of Duty on Switch does feel like Jason Momoa is starring in Minecraft. I don't know why, but it's the same thing. It really is the same thing.
The regulars ask for it. It's free money for COD. I mean, it is. It is free money for COD, because there will be people who will never get a PlayStation or a PC or an Xbox, and they will get it on whatever Nintendo platform, because it sure as hell is not running on the Switch. I know that for a fact. So whatever is going to be the next Nintendo platform, they will get Call of Duty, which could be good depending on how powerful it is. So I won't throw shade, but I don't know. I don't understand why Microsoft needed to have a binding agreement to put it on there. If they were going to keep it on PlayStation or whatever it was, just do it. There's no reason why it needed an agreement. I don't understand why they did that so they can impress the regulators, like, oh, we're not going to get rid of Call of Duty from any platform yet. 10 years from now, maybe, but at least for 10 years it's going to be on Nintendo. So I don't know.
Big PR stunt, yeah.
Very big PR stunt, for sure. So Microsoft is doing their thing with it, but my question I want to ask to you guys is, do you think that Sony is making a mistake by fighting Microsoft about this Call of Duty and Activision Blizzard acquisition? Do you think they're making a mistake by doing this?
No, because I think Call of Duty, not to just jump in there, but I think Call of Duty is one of those cultural games, right? I think it never been tied to a platform, and to almost make that the environment, I do think it's very anti Call of Duty. I think it's just bad for gaming culture, and so I think even though they just care about money, I think part of it could be trying to preserve that, because once we start, if Call of Duty is exclusive, my God, what type of world are we living in?
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense. And so
Veronika, what are your thoughts about Sony fighting back against Microsoft?
I think I have similar feelings, where it's like, I mean, like, why would you be doing that? Like, Call of Duty has always been for the people. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like, I don't go there, but I'm like, you can play the game anywhere. Like, what are you talking about? I don't think it's a mistake, honestly. I just hope that we stop hearing about this deal at some point. We first heard about it like a minute ago. This is
like
still
forever,
going on.
like back in like next level days. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Dang,
like, hurry up, please.
Like,
Oh my
please,
God.
let's get it over
Like
with.
honestly, at this point, like you know how many shooters that came out and like kind of
Yeah.
like Call of Duty is not even as big as it used to be. Like I haven't played COD in a minute. Even though that's on me, I do miss it a little bit. But like, do I? I don't know.
It's like, like Call of Duty, you can kind of do without for a little bit. Alex, what are your thoughts about the Sony and Microsoft legal battle?
I think I'm in agreement also. I just overall wish it was over already and just wrap it up. Yeah. I have I get they're both sides trying to make a lot of money and fill the cracks where they need to and stuff, even if it does seem silly at times. But yeah, it's all of them just fighting over lots of money and it doesn't have to drag out. But I get that these things typically inevitably do go that way when you're talking about something this big. So yeah, on a side note, just reading about how Sony had 80% share in Europe, I think, and 70 global or something. It's just staggering.
Yes, sir.
Just wow. Yep. Beautiful.
So
Shout out to my kings.
that's kind of how I feel too. That I'm ready for this situation to be figured out with and done with. Sony definitely has a right to fight this because, but I also think at the same time that they need to wake up and realize they need to make an exclusive FPS game because it's been way too long since they've had one. We need Killzone back, as Alex mentioned. We need SOCOM. We need Resistance. We need
and so literally exactly what you're saying. I think that's what I'm feeling like. It's like I don't want to fight over Call of Duty. It's it's been the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it used to be really good story. It used to be my favorite, FPS. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. Ever since Warzone, especially, it's just been downhill for me. But man, if they bring back some of those older titles, Army of Two, all that shit. Tom Clancy's, come on, man.
Yeah.
Even though I know everyone's playing goddamn was that Rainbow?
Yeah, Rainbow Six. Yeah, we need another Sony exclusive FPS that's going to, I see it that if they do release another Killzone or something like that, it won't be just placing exclusive. I think they're going to also drop it on PC too at the same time.
I agree.
So I think that's probably going to be their next big adventure is getting into multiplayer. As Jared asks, do we really need Killzone back? I don't think we need Killzone back, but we need a first-person exclusive Sony title. We need something that's going to at least combat Halo and Gears and all those shooters that they have there.
Resistance, man.
Sony needs to wake up and do something with that. So I think that we're going to have to look into Sony bringing some type of multiplayer shooter back into the foray. As we talk a lot about Call of Duty, we're going to skip talking more about it. We're going to talk about another shooter game that has made a lot of waves recently, which is Counter-Strike. CSGO.
Man, talk about it.
On the wave again, which is wild to expect from a game that came out in 2012.
Tried and true.
A 10, 11-year-old game is still kicking in this day and age. So, you guys missed the news. CSGO actually set a new concurrent player record on Steam the past 2 weekends. So 2 weekends ago, it broke the record. And then this past weekend, it broke the record again. So they were at 1.3 million players online for a game that came out, like I said, 10, 11 years ago, is absurd. CSGO is still kicking. It's still doing its thing. And I don't know exactly why that's the case. Derrell, do you have any idea of why CSGO might be getting a resurgence?
I think because it feels like across the board, all these new shooters, they kind of plateaued a little bit. And I think CSGO arguably was the first one to really start this trend, right? The Overwatches and the Valorants I think is actually the better example.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely got a lot of its core identity from this game. And so I think it's just people going back to their roots, just going back to what worked. And CS:GO always had a really strong community and base, and so I'm not surprised that it pretty much survived long enough to get the next tick back up. And so yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense to me. It's the oh my god, the League of Legends, the World of Warcraft of this type of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It's a staple, and so that's how. That's me.
Yeah. Veronika, do you have any other thoughts to add with that about CS:GO?
No, I was just gonna say that, like, if you think of like esports or like any competitive game, like CS:GO is like one of the first ones you think of, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. At the same time, I'm like, damn, that's impressive. Yeah, that's like extremely impressive I mean, like, the game came out like all these years ago, but it doesn't even feel like it when you think about it, even from the outside, like, because they still have such a huge like esports community. They are constantly getting like updates for everything, right? Like it's been alive and kicking for like years and years and years now, that it's like, it would have happened one way or another. Sooner or later it would have, happened again. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out, I think.
Yeah, and it's crazy to say too that, because you mentioned updates, CS:GO doesn't even get that many big updates like Valorant or Overwatch does. They don't really do that often. The main time they do that is when new operations come out, when they bring new cases and new like weapon skins and stuff like that. They don't normally have really big game-changing updates. The game virtually stays the same. They'll add in some like exclusive modes for a limited time and switch out the map pool, but the game doesn't really get massive expansions and stuff like that. So it's pretty much small updates to help just kind of refine the game and make sure everything's running properly. So the fact that it doesn't even get big updates like that is like a huge reason why. Maybe that's why it's still kicking.
It probably also helps, like, that they don't have fucking like abilities in this game. Like, it's just a gun and that's it.
Very bare bones.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why, like, when all else fails, you have CS:GO right there waiting for you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
and something that was crazy to think too is I think last year I went back to playing it for like a day, and my brain was like, I wish I could use like Jet and Dash in the game.
Yeah.
It just broke me. Like, I was like, man, this is so weird going back to this game after playing Valorant for so long. As Mr. James says, you can play CS:GO on literally anything without worrying about performance. It's the Valorant blueprint. It's a lower barrier to entry, simplicity, someone feeling a little zesty about Val. I can't keep up either. Yeah, literally, like Valorant, I love Valorant to death, and I played it a couple weeks ago.
No battle pass.
But no battle pass also in CS:GO. So you get on the game and you rank up and you play. It's very simple and easy. And I'll throw the question to Alex. Is there anything you also want to add about CS:GO? Because I know we talked about playing it on TryHard Plays a couple months ago, but we need to eventually get back on it and play at some point.
Oh yeah, that would be super fun. I'm always down, as you know. Just being like more active on the Valorant community as of lately. There's always the people coming from CS:GO or comparing it. Like the talks it's just such a close knit kind of game. But I like the point that Veronika made about it just being a bare bones strip game. Like, you can still have that in your rotation wheel of FPS games and then not get sick of it. Like, the replayability is so nice, and then you can step away from all those abilities and all that saturated games that are all off branching that. So yeah, I get the good feels when I see headlines like that, because I used to play like all the way back in 1.5 when it came out, and I don't play it anymore, but like, I love the hell out of that game. Yeah.
That is insane. And a memory that will always stick with me is ESO1 New York in 2019. That esports event was absolutely insane. I think the weekend after
go to that one.
Yeah. I think, was it the same weekend or was it the weekend after for Overwatch Grand Finals?
It was the same weekend, and I went early because I'm super into Overwatch, so I had a lot of friends that were coming or were gonna play, and I'm like, Why did this have to happen? I went one fucking day early and I couldn't even go to ESL1. I was so sad.
That's right, because yeah, we went to the finals the day after, and we were there for the final day. That was a crazy weekend of esports. It was so jarring going from CS:GO to Philadelphia for that. So that was a memory that always sticks with me as going to my first, actually it was my second, if I'm not mistaken, event, because my first event was 2018 when they hosted one in Brooklyn. So yeah, an amazing game that has pretty much stood the test of time. It's, you know, went against a lot of the FPS games that have came out over the years. And I think a reason why this game is getting such a resurgence is because of all of the games that were live service being canceled, and Call of Duty and Battlefield and Halo are kind of in the mud right now, and Valorant is still like kicking, but I think people are getting more of that, like they want just a tactical shooter itch. So I think that there's a lot of reason why CSGO is coming back, but hopefully soon we will get the Source 2 update, which will be pretty much CSGO 2 whenever that does drop. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to play out, as Mr. James also just gave some bits, 500 bits he just shared in the stream. Mr.
Money
James,
bucks again.
You were on a roll, my dude. Thank you so much. Much appreciated for giving the bits. You were killing it today. And yeah, I think that's going to actually pretty much wrap up our show for today. We talked about The Last of Us. We talked about the state of play, Nintendo, and Call of Duty and CSGO. So pretty good show overall. But don't worry, we have more coming today. We're going to be streaming the PlayStation State of Play on TryHard Presents here. Derrell and Veronika are going to be taking over at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you are available, make sure you tune in later on today. We'll be streaming that live. And we will be streaming tomorrow. Derrell, he will be playing Forspoken. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then on Monday,
hang out with us. We're funny.
Wait, come hang out. Yeah, they're kind of funny. I don't know. They're kind of funny.
Pull up, you know. We're playing on super hard difficulty. We're just saying it now. That's it.
Going in. And then on Monday, Alex will be taking over to play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Classic Replay. And then on Tuesday, we will be playing Destiny 2 Lightfall with me. Ooh. And it's going to be great. You're going to be seeing a lot of us over the next couple of days. So make sure you tune into all the streams. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to TryHard's COOLDOWN. We will be back with another episode, not next week, but the week after. We're going to recap episodes 7 and 8 of The Last of Us. So it'll be a lot to talk about, a lot to digest, and we are ready to go. We might have like a Last of Us
like not
OP
ready
podcast later on in March. So we'll have a lot to talk about for sure. But
I'm very not ready.
We're not ready. I don't think anybody's ready to see what this is going to be like. It's going to be a lot. But yeah, that's it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow and later on today for streams. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And stay tuned for more TryHard here on TryHard Certified. Tell y'all.